So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So I think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. And then begin to let go of attending to your environment, allowing whatever sights or sounds there are to just pass by. No need to investigate. Not sending our awareness out, constraining it to the body and mind. And I begin to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the sensations that accompany the in-breath and the out-breath in the space around the opening of the nostrils. Breathing naturally, breathing normally. And just concentrating on those sensations, giving yourself the instruction to notice quickly when the mind wanders and something else arises in the mind. And then when that happens, without judgment, without frustration, to simply lift your awareness up from those distractions and to place it again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, we generate a broad, altruistic motivation for our time, intentionally widening our circle of concern, thinking not to use this life just to fulfill one's own interests, one's own desires, but to adopt a larger purpose, to take full advantage of a perfect human rebirth, and to dedicate ourselves to being of benefit to others. And think that our mind, the content of our mind, is the principal determinant of how beneficial we can be. So to develop our good qualities and to reduce the intensity, the duration of the arising of afflicted states of mind, ultimately eliminating those, is the way in which we can transform the mind to be of greatest benefit. So we take that as the purpose of our time and the central aim of our lives. And begin to imagine yourself in a much larger open space, a space filled with sentient beings, visualized in human form, though representing all of the different realms of existence. Extending in all directions to the horizon. Your parents in this life beside you, your friends and family, loved ones just behind. Those who agitate, disturb your mind, those with whom you have some conflict, some difficulty in front of you. And then strangers encircling you in all directions. And bring to mind, by thinking of those you're close to, the ways in which they experience obstacles, difficulties, the fears, the anxieties, the physical challenges. Try to connect with the thought of how wonderful it would be if they could be completely free of all suffering and could enjoy perfect bliss, perfect peace. And bring to mind those in front of you, those who disturb your mind. And try to imagine the ways in which they too are meeting with difficulties, painful conditions, understanding that it isn't dissimilar to the sorts of sufferings that our loved ones and oneself are dealing with. Try to see them through the lens of simply a suffering sentient being who deeply wishes, deeply longs for happiness, freedom from suffering, rather than seeing them as having qualities that one dislikes. Then expand your awareness to all of those other sentient beings. As ordinary sentient beings, their lives are also conditioned by unsatisfactoriness. They're also yearning for genuine happiness, complete cessation of suffering, and yet being thwarted again and again in those goals. And now visualize above the crown of your head and facing the same direction as you, about the size of the palm of your hand, is Avalokiteshvara, Chenrezig, the aspect of enlightened mind, enlightened activity most closely associated with the energy of compassion. His body is of white light, transparent, radiant. He radiates love and compassion to all of those surrounding him in all directions. He has 4 arms. The first 2 hands are held together at the level of the heart, holding a wish-fulfilling jewel. The second 2 are raised to the level of the shoulders, the right holding a crystal mala, a rosary, and the left a white lotus. He's seated upon a white moon disk, upon an open lotus. His legs are crossed in the Vajra position. He's adorned with exquisite silks and precious jewels. Take a moment to stabilize this visualization, feeling strongly that one is invoking the living energy, the living presence of Avalokiteshvara. Then make a strong request, aspiration from your heart to overcome all misconceptions, all negativities, to tap into your potential for perfect love, compassion. And think that instantaneously, happily, Avalokiteshvara responds to this request. He sends out a powerful stream of white light, pouring forth from his heart, down through the crown of your head, completely filling your body and mind, purifying all negativities, problems, past harmful actions, and even the capacity to cause harm with your body, your speech, or your mind. Your body feels light and blissful, and your mind peaceful and clear. And then imagine that these light rays extend outward from Avalokiteshvara, entering the crown of every other sentient being, purifying their bodies and minds in the same way. And as you engage in that aspect of the visualization, you can join it with the recitation of Avalokiteshvara's mantra, Om Mane Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Now visualize that Avalokiteshvara dissolves into white light, which flows down through the crown of your head, alighting at the heart center. And at the heart center, a tiny replica of Avalokiteshvara dissolves. Your body and mind merge indistinguishably with Avalokiteshvara's holy body, holy speech, and holy mind. Concentrate your mind in the experience of complete absorption with Avalokiteshvara's enlightened qualities of infinite love and compassion. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve this state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.